Yo, what's going on, guys? Beast back again, another video. It's been a little bit, just been kind of busy as you'd expect. Went on vacation, hung out with family, and we had a blast. Went to Gatlinburg in Tennessee. If you guys have ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. It's a beautiful place, got mountains, and we saw a bunch of bears, so that was pretty cool. Uh, I know it sounds silly to say, but man, they're those dudes are much bigger in person, especially when you see them only like 10 feet away. Um, but that's pretty neat. So I hope you guys have been well. I just wanted to kind of briefly just kind of make a quick video. As you guys know, we're about halfway through Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, June, which, obviously I think that enough people's talked about it, but I just wanted to kind of, just remind you guys to look after your fellow brothers. And the same goes for everybody. I mean, look after everybody. Just take care of each other. But check up on your friends, man. You just never know what people are going through. So, um, but I hope you guys have been having a great month. I just had my birthday yesterday, and it was good. We just hung out with the family, and we went to have some dinner at Carrabba's. It's a nice little Italian place. If you should be familiar with it, most people have been there. But it's good. We had some good food. It's always good to hang out with the boys and my wife. So we had a good time. Got some cool gifts. I got a brand new gaming keyboard and a new mouse. I actually needed both. My keyboard that I've had since 2012 finally went out. It was a Corsair K65. And if you guys know, you'll know it's a great keyboard. But I got a Red Dragon. I forgot the name of this keyboard specifically. It's a 60%, so it's a much smaller keyboard. It's awesome. I can't wait to be able to just take this thing anywhere. It's super portable, pretty lightweight. USB-C, all the new tech, man. I mean, it's got new switches. I chose Reds again because I like the red switches from the Corsair. So they're pretty familiar. They're very quiet for a mechanical keyboard. Not so clicky, you know what I mean? So I like that. Big fan of that. Real quick, what you're seeing on the screen, I probably should have got into earlier, but it's just some old Modern Warfare 3 demolition gameplay. This was Team Tactical. My friend Blob and I was playing. I don't remember quite if we joined session late or what happened with this. I think it was just, for some reason, it was just us two versus four other guys, which, usually doesn't seem too bad, but you gotta think, man, when there's so little amount of you, so like it's basically like we both had to clutch it up. And demolition's hard, man. It's basically search and destroy with respawns. Now they ended up rage quitting near the end of the game, and you'll see why. But that's the gameplay. Hope you enjoy. For those of you who do want to watch the gameplay. But anyway, I also wanted to just kind of talk about, just life again. Same old. It's been raining a lot, man. Like, it's been raining a lot, so it's been a little challenging with the detailing businesses. You guys know, do that on the side. But, I'm also kind of just enjoying the family time because there will be a point this summer where it's never going to rain. And I'm going to be super grateful that I did have my time with my family earlier on in the year. So, been having a lot of fun just kind of hanging out with them because eventually, everybody gets so busy and, you just don't make time for each other. And it's unfortunate. I don't think it's out of malice for sure, but I think a lot of people, friends, family, and all, we just get so busy with our lives that, we feel it really does matter. And, we just don't always check up on each other like we should. But, I just kind of wanted to talk about that because I think that truthfully, the best parts of life are always like the small things. It's the stuff you can't buy. You can't ever get time back, so you just should try to cherish the time you do have with the ones you love and spend time with them and, do stuff you both enjoy. And I think that that's what's missing a lot in modern day is that we kind of just get so caught up in the hustle and bustle, and it's unfortunate. I was, it could always be worse too, man. I think that's always like you get reality checks now and then to kind of check your ego, make sure you're kind of on the right path, and to make sure you have some humility. Like today I was going out to get coffee, and it's a privilege also to be able to just go out and get coffee, right? I know it sounds silly, but it's a privilege. It's a blessing. I have a nice car because they can take me to go get coffee. And then I go, and it's a bougie coffee place. It's called Seven Brew. If you've also ever heard of it, it's kind of a smaller, it's not really a big chain. So you may not have heard of it, but it's in Tennessee at least. But it was originally, they were some of the founders for Dutch Bros. So if you've heard of Dutch Bros, which is a much bigger chain in comparison, some of the guys left there and they made Seven Brew. But anyway, bougie coffee place. stuff tastes great. It's actually espresso technically, but I got me an energy drink from there. It's always fun to have some caffeine in your system, you know. But and then, like I said, I saw a homeless guy, gave him some money because every time I see one, I always try to keep cash on me. I mean, dude, it could be so much worse. So it just makes me very grateful that I'm able to provide for myself, but not only that, but my family and provide well. I mean, we're not like wealthy, but we're wealthy in stuff you can't buy. And I think that's the greatest amount of wealth, not to, sugarcoat it, man. I mean, it really is that deep. And I think the thing is, and then like I said, we went and had lunch with my mom and my grandmother, which again, that's a blessing that my grandparents are still in my life. But it's like I feel as if the more grateful I am, the better life is, and the more manageable life becomes. Because it's very easy to be negative, but it's also just as easy to be positive, man. And you'll find that if you just kind of have that attitude adjustment where you think, okay, well, what did I actually, do today? What am I grateful for? And it does carry a lot of weight and it does a lot of lifting. And I think that a lot of people don't really realize just a change of mental state can really make or break your life. When I say your life, like I mean your life. It can make or break your whole life. Um, you can have a really good long life if you just appreciate all the finer things that again money can't buy. Or even if money can't buy it, be grateful for that too, dude. I mean, if you got in a position where if you got it like that, that's awesome. And I don't know, man. I think that I see so many people. Like I always reach out to my buddies because I always know that people are just going through stuff. And again, with the whole Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, you see all the negativity online with people that are like, who cares, And dude, there's a lot of people that do, and we should all, like I said, just care for one another better because there's a lot of people that don't talk about it, and I think that truthfully I grew up in a generation where my dad, they didn't express their feelings. It's just how it was. I'm on the tail end of a millennial. I'm technically right by Gen Z, which sounds silly to say that I just turned 29 yesterday. So right at the end of I'm a super young millennial. So it's just one of those things, man. Just look after your friends, look after your loved ones, and just always be there. Show up and be present. But you guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you the next one. Thanks for watching.